Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage at the Paradise Road Show in Palm Springs, California.
We're here.
Wow, on Saturday, and I'm here with Scotty. Scotty has a shop in Huntington Beach, California. It's called Zombie Cycles.
Cycle Zombies.
Cycle Zombie. I got it backwards. I'm sorry.
Right.
Cycle Zombie.
You got it close enough.
Hey, what I want to do is I really got kind of like attacked by this motorcycle, and I'd kind of like Scotty to show it to everybody because it's really worth looking at.
Yeah, so here we are.
Take it away, Scotty.
Here we are. Well, this is this bike, we just finished this thing. It's a 1969 motor. You know, it's got the mid shaft 66 to 9 transmission, 4-speed, kickstart. It's a wild bike. This bike came from the world famous Long Beach SoCal cycle swap meet, which I'm having full FOMO right now because it's tomorrow and I'm not going to make it.
I'll be there. Is there anything you'd like me to do?
You're going to have to be in quick communication on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Give me a truckload of your stuff and I'll...
I'm just thinking if you could just buy for me and we'll give you some IOUs later, you know? Anyway, so this bike...
Well, you and I have had these conversations there before, Scotty.
I've bought parts from you, and the parts have gone...
No, I bought parts from you.
We just hand money and parts back.
Oh, no, we usually compare teeth. He's got a dead tooth right there.
Let's not spotlight my teeth, you know?
Okay, and I've got a dead tooth right here. I got a new one, Scotty. Look at my tooth.
How'd that happen?
When I was a small child, they took my tonsils out, and the brace that held my mouth open, they knocked the tooth loose.
Okay, mine...
And it died.
We were in the garage, and my sister kicked me in the face, knocked my tooth, and later I skateboarding smashed my face, and it just, one of those things, it killed the tooth.
But how cool to have... I got that all.
Yeah, I got to have
you can be jealous, man. I got a new tooth.
My kids call me YT, yellow tooth. So, anyways, back to the bike.
Okay, and back to Long Beach next month.
Long Beach.
Next month we'll do Long Beach.
Yeah, we'll do the walk around at Long Beach. So this bike, it was actually like, I don't know, 3 months ago, I think. End of November. I was at the swap meet. Actually, my cousin Chase from Highway, we're cruising around on our little bicycles looking for, parts, this and that. We see a couple people in the back of this trailer. It's still dark. And we just see the front portion. And I was just automatically, just the knifing, molding, and the stuff's getting so scarce out there.
The stuff that's really fun is, when's the last time I saw anybody do a mold job like that?
From the country bar molded in? Look at that. Look at how...
And all of this.
The knife, there was so much work put into this bike, and this is what I
do. You know where it's from originally?
I don't. And maybe somebody will be watching this video and say, that was my uncle's bike, or that's so-and-so did that, which I love.
Okay, so if anybody recognizes this, it'd be great to have more of the history. And we have a bunch of history that we didn't even know we had. So,
there you go. But this bike, I see it, and automatically I'm like, had to work a deal out with the guy quickly because there was people coming.
Oh, yeah. 69 is a particularly good motor anyway.
Generator shovels. I love those motors.
No, I didn't say 66
69.
I said 69.
It's the best motor.
Yep.
69. But, yeah.
Most people don't realize it, but as a stalker, they're actually smoother.
Really?
And I laid motors...
Than a stroke or something.
Well, it's the same stroke. 74 is 74. That's a 3 31 stroke with a 3 7/16 inch bore. Okay, my point being that I laid motors apart all over my garage one night. Yeah. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm out there with my triple beam, and I'm weighing parts, and I finally figured out why those motors, and I ain't gonna tell you why they are smoother than any of the others.
I just thought it was a 69 motor. That's why it's the best.
69 is as cool as you think it is.
Yeah.
They are really, really neat.
So
each one of the old motors has its merits, but I really love the 69.
And it's like, Mike, it's just all this stuff's getting harder to come across. And I feel like generator shovels now are like, where'd they all go? People are hanging on to them. They're, so.
I got one put put away. I got a 67 still.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be something one day.
So this bike had a different front end on it. It had kind of a funky.
Well, now this looks like you've got solid tubes.
So yeah, this and still.
How much would you know what did you measure the rake on this?
I didn't even measure the rake. It had a front end on here that was like an aftermarket, kind of funky set. It was like a copy of like a Paco Springer.
Okay.
But basically from here to the axle was 44 inches, and I'm like, it had the right stance.
Right.
This front end, my neighbor where my shop is, John Moss, he has a company called Brass Junkie. He ran this front end on his stock rake shovel head, and it was just high. And he'd ride the thing all around. We'd hit PCH, and he'd be bouncing wheelies. He took it off, he hung it up in the shop. And one day I'm looking at him going, man, this bike, like when I saw it, my thought was, I want to make it skinny and just tight and a little bit like Freddie Hernandez inspired, where they were, he did a lot of rigid front end bikes, But
what people don't realize is if you do them right, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, get real. My 65 had a 12 over front end and a 40-degree rake.
Wow.
So when I was jamming down the freeway, the tubes are giving it this.
Yeah.
And it works.
So
I'm not sure it's a good idea, but it works.
With a little bit of flex, right? A little bit of flex. So
well, mine had 41 millimeter tubes. These are like 35s, I think.
I think 35s. So anyways, he had this front end hanging in his shop. We worked a deal out, and then it was the 12 spokes, American Racing.
You got to show these wheels, Mike. Would you come over and show the wheels?
Now, these are like the unicorn. These are so.
I'm hip.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're beautiful in their own way.
And maybe if we get a little loose later tonight, we're going to light them on fire to see how bright that magnesium.
Absolutely, the magnesium burns the most purest white you have ever seen.
I heard it was a whitish green.
No, well, I've seen Volkswagens lit off pretty white.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe we'll have to do it later to just,
Well, we'll have to tell. Well, we could just cut every other spoke out.
Yeah, we'll make it'll be a 9-spoke by tomorrow morning.
That's it. Yeah,
so,
we'll do that.
The rigid front end, I had a 15, and I'm not even going to say it, but this is a loaner wheel. I'm trying to track down one for myself. My buddy Eric loaned me the wheel, which is like, I'm like, I couldn't find an 18, and a real one, not an aluminum one.
Well,
this is a magnesium,
It's very cool. It weighs nothing.
And it just had once I got the wheels on it with the front end, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what it was meant for. What's funny is the bars. I bought these bars up at NorCal Cycle Swap. Me and Chase were up there digging around at the swap meet.
See, I would expect to see this parked at Walker's out on Point Furman.
Right?
Anyway, I think we've covered it enough, and I think we've got enough close-ups of it, Mike. So I'd like to say thank you very much, Scotty.
Yeah,
this is always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And we'll get together and fix that tooth one of these days. I'm bragging, man.
All these people with pretty white teeth, come on. There's only 2 of us with 2 yellow dead teeth.
No. Mine's white. It's new.
Oh, you got it fixed. Well,
it's a brand new, man.
Mine's not. Send me that contact.
Okay.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Take care, Scotty. And until then, we'll see you out on the road.